Hi everyone, welcome back to CH101. I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be making my predictions for WrestleMania Night 1 Saturday. Alright, so first of all, we're going to get started right away. The first match here is Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. So I think now Rey Mysterio beat Dominic Mysterio last year, WrestleMania 39. So I think now WrestleMania 40, Dominic Mysterio will get his payback and win the match. I think that Santos and Dominic win due to Carlito turning heel. I think that Carlito's going to turn against Rey Mysterio because, when Rey Mysterio didn't select him for his teammate to face Dominic and Santos, I feel like Carlito, it may have just been random or all, but I think it may have been something intentionally done. Carlito kind of made a sad or unsettled face there. Maybe that's hinting at Carlito turning heel. In fact, I think Carlito's been hinted to turn heel for a long time. It never happened, and maybe now WrestleMania is the time for that to happen. Because I think we need to see Dominic Mysterio beat Rey Mysterio because 2-0, it's if you have some third match happening too, I just don't think having him be 2-0 against Dominic Mysterio would make any sense. So I think 1-1, Rey Mysterio has 1 win, Dominic has 1 win. That would make sense here, and I think both Dominic Mysterio, and Santos Escobar could use a win here. Moving on to the next match. Our next match we got here is a women's tag team match. We have Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair versus Damage Control. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and go with the faces here. I don't know their team name, but Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair probably gonna win. I think it's pretty obvious here. It's probably gonna lead up to something more down the line, but yeah, I think they'll get a win here. And this match over here is gonna have it's gonna play a role in the night 2 as well, but we'll be talking about that in the next video anyways. So yeah, I have to go with the faces here. I'm not sure what their team name is, but basically Damage Control is losing. Alright, next match. Alright, this match right here I'm very excited for. It's a tag team ladder match, 6 teams over there, and I think who are the teams? We got the obviously tag team champions, Judgment Day, DIY, we have New Day, Awesome Truth, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, and then the British guys. I don't know what their team's called. So anyways, yeah, this match is going to be a banger. It's obviously, ladder matches they always hit, and at WrestleMania having a ladder match, awesome. For the tag titles, I feel like the tag titles aren't too important, but at the same time, it's good to see titles being defended in ladder matches. I feel like this match over here is going to be where they split the tag titles. We have the Raw Tag Team Champions on this side, and then SmackDown this side. They'll probably pull down each of the titles, right? I think it's going to be like this. R-Truth and Miz, the Awesome Truth, they're going to win the titles from the Judgment Day. It just makes sense. I think it's a deserved moment here. Miz and R-Truth, both of these guys definitely deserve to get a good win at WrestleMania, especially in a big ladder match like this. Another one is either going to be the 2 British guys, or it's going to be Austin Theory and Grayson Waller winning the SmackDown titles, or one of those teams who wins goes over to SmackDown. I think that Theory and Waller winning would be good because, first of all, this can set up a feud in the future for them, and at the same time, this could also, I feel like Theory and Waller are pretty popular overall rising stars, right? So I think putting the tag titles on them would be a good way to get them more popular. So yeah, I have Awesome Truth winning the Raw titles, Theory and Waller winning the SmackDown titles, and maybe they don't even split the titles. I'd be mad if they don't. It makes no sense if they don't, but we'll see anyways. Maybe they do it on the Raw after WrestleMania, but I think they will split the titles here, and I think that we have the Awesome Truth and Theory and Waller winning respectively. Next match. Alright, Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso. Brother versus brother. Yeet versus no yeet. Alright, first of all, Triple H, he's disappointed me here. Come on, man. We expected this to be like a Last Man Standing or a Iron Man or a street fight, something. We have one more. It's a Friday. That's the last day. If they don't have stipulation to this match, then the match is just going to be a one-on-one match. No, not even a Bloodline rules. Well, Bloodline rules we're going to see already, so I guess we don't have to count that. But Extreme Rules, Steel Cage, a Cell, we could have seen anything, but instead we just see a regular 1-2-3 match with disqualifications and countouts. Come on, man. Isn't that like every match besides the ladder match and Roman and Cody? Every other match is just a normal match anyways. We could have seen a stipulation here because this is one of those matches that doesn't have a forced build. It has a good build. It has a build that's been cooking since SummerSlam 2023. And it would be good to see this feud get something, right? Maybe they do give it a stipulation. I don't know. But I do hope that they do, because this match over here is it's just gonna be a very entertaining match. I just don't want to see it be a normal one-on-one match. Besides that, though, I do see Jey Uso probably taking the win here, but I can also see Jimmy Uso taking the win here, and doing, because of like Solo and Roman. I don't think Roman gets involved, but probably Solo Sikoa is gonna get involved, because that guy, he has no matches, he has nothing to do. He's probably gonna go ahead and help out his brother here, so I could see Jimmy winning that way. I don't think there's a clear winner here. It just depends if Solo is getting involved or not. So if he doesn't, Jay wins. If he does, Jimmy wins. Next match. All right, now we've got Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. I think this is a match over here that I wasn't too invested in the build. I mean, I wanted to see the match because it's going to be a banger. But I was like, all right, let's see what they're doing here. And I think I'm starting to like what they're doing here. I feel like having Chad Gable being a part of this feud, also, it makes sense. I think it's good. I feel like at the end of the day, Gunther's going to win. It's going to be very close, though, and Sami Zayn is definitely going to get close to winning the title. Whole lot of near falls in this match. It would be cool to see a stipulation here, but it's not needed. Chad Gable training Sami Zayn for Gunther makes me think maybe Sami Zayn does end up winning and then gives it over to Gable. I'm not sure. But I do think overall Gunther is going to win the match here. It's going to be very close, as I said. A lot of near falls, but I have Gunther winning. And at the end of the match, once the match is over, Gunther wins clean. I think he's going to go ahead and have Imperium jump Sami Zayn even more, to have Chad Gable run out and start fighting them. So you can get Chad Gable on WrestleMania, so you can build hype for the eventual future feud between Gunther and Chad Gable, especially because Gunther jumped Chad Gable backstage on Monday Night Raw today. So, yeah, I think we're going to see Gunther and Gable here, and it would make sense if that's for the title. It would make sense if Chad Gable's the guy to dethrone Gunther. That's why I don't have Sami Zayn winning here at WrestleMania 40. I have Gunther retaining, and it's going to be a good match. It's going to be probably a show stealer. This one and the tag team match are probably going to be the two best overall matches on the WrestleMania night one. Moving on to the next match. All right, we have Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know really this match. I'm not too interested in the build. It's a good build, I'd say. Not something good enough for WrestleMania, though. That's what I'd say, especially for your top two stars in the women's division. They should have probably made this build a little bit better overall. I wouldn't say it's a bad build, but it's just too obvious, I'd go ahead and say. I think it's pretty obvious that Rhea Ripley's retaining. There's no what ifs here. So that's the problem I have with this match. It's pretty obvious who's going to win, and the match itself might be good. I'm not really too sure. So, yeah, I do think this is one of those matches that a lot of people are sleeping on, though. Not too many people are mentioning it. It's going to be probably a good match in ring. And the storyline, the build, and everything, I would say is about average. I do think that they've upped it in the past 2 weeks. But at the same time, I think the problem here is that it's a little too obvious who's winning here. There's no what ifs and all that. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a good match, at least in ring. Moving on to the next match. All right, we have the main event of night one here. The biggest match that WWE has ever done since John Cena versus The Rock won once in a lifetime, until they made it twice in a lifetime. But anyways, yeah, so we got The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Two of the biggest faces in the WWE right now versus two of the biggest heels of all time, two of the GOATs, really, like two Mount Rushmore caliber guys, two GOAT conversation caliber guys. Roman Reigns and The Rock have created a new alliance, them being cousins in real life, and Rock joining the bloodline now. It makes sense. Everything's falling in line here. The build for this match has been there since February, so we've got about a whole 2-month build here. It's a very good match, a very much hype match here. This match, I will say, is pretty obvious, but at the same time, this match, unlike the previous one I mentioned, where the obviousness makes the build a little underwhelming, here the build has been so overwhelming. The build has been so much, because these guys are getting 1 hour of TV time minimum every single week to build up and hype up the stories. So yeah, for sure, this match over here is going to be one that I definitely want to see. Seeing The Rock wrestle back here, seeing possible hints and Easter eggs for the bigger match at night 2, where all these guys are still going to be involved, and where we got a lot of whole surprise returns and a history-making title reign ending or continuing. So yeah, this match right here is going to be setting up for Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, maybe the biggest main event of all time. So I do have to say the hype for this match right here too, Rock, Roman versus Seth and Cody, is very, very high. I want to know if the Bloodline's going to get involved here or not. Either way, Rock and Roman are winning. I want to know who takes the pin. Probably Cody Rhodes is taking the pin here. I can't see Seth Rollins losing twice, right? I don't think WWE would do that. I think it's good to have Cody Rhodes take the pin here and then win on night 2. But anyway, and there we go. Just gave a little spoiler for my next video. Don't worry, I'll talk about why Roman Reigns might win too. So anyways, but yeah, I think it's very obvious here that Roman Reigns and Rock are going to win. It's just about how they're going to win and how that sets up for night 2. So this hype starts over here, and we end the night 1 with a whole lot of hype going into night 2. So that's the best thing about this match. The build-up has been absolutely amazing. Completely pure cinema, as a lot of people want to call it. So yeah, I'm very excited for this match. I do think Rock and Roman are going to win. And now let's make the video for night 2. And again, as I said, there's a combined video for both of these, so you don't have to go watch separate videos, or you can watch the separate videos. It's up to you. Anyways, bye, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.